If you're an older woman and you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., this might be why Noelle sighed as she glanced at the clock. 3:17 a.m. again. She pulled the blanket up to her chin, hoping, praying, she could somehow trick her body into falling back asleep, but the moment she closed her eyes, her mind took off running. If I fall asleep now, I'll still get 3 hours. Wait, no, 2.5. Oh no, now it's just 2. Her chest tightened. The harder she tried to force herself back into sleep, the more impossible it felt. Does this sound familiar? Lying there, staring at the ceiling, frustration building with every passing minute? You're not alone. So many older women wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and wonder, why does this keep happening? Is it my body, my emotions, my mind playing tricks on me? The truth is, this isn't just an annoying habit. It's your body trying to tell you something. And once you understand why this happens and what to do about it, you can turn these restless nights into something calming, even healing. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have the exact steps to stop feeling trapped by these wake-ups. And trust me, number 4 is the one most people overlook, but it could be the key to better sleep and a healthier you. Now let's talk about why forcing yourself back to sleep is actually making things worse, and what you should do instead. The problem: why you're stuck in the 3 a.m. trap. Waking up at this hour doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. In fact, it's incredibly common as we age. But here's where things go wrong. The moment panic sets in, your body shifts into high alert. Your brain senses your frustration and releases cortisol, the stress hormone. And what does cortisol do? It wakes you up even more. Your heart beats faster, your thoughts race, and before you know it, you're more alert than you were when you first opened your eyes. That's exactly what happened to Noel. She didn't realize it, but her frustration was actually keeping her awake. The more she fought sleep, the further it drifted away. Have you ever felt that way? That the more you beg for rest, the more your body refuses? If so, keep watching, because I'm about to show you what to do instead. The solution: flip the script on wake-ups. Instead of lying there, change your approach. When Noel finally stopped battling her wake-ups and started following these steps, her entire sleep routine improved. Step 1. Sit up slightly. No, this doesn't mean getting up and turning on all the lights, but instead of lying flat and stewing in frustration, gently sit up against your headboard. This small movement signals to your brain that you're in control, not a helpless victim of wakefulness. Step 2. Breathe with intention. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for a moment, then breathe out slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Why does this work? Science backs it up. Slow, controlled breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for relaxation and rest. This tells your body, we're safe, it's okay to settle down. Step 3. Check your environment. Noel used to wake up tangled in her sheets, too hot one night and freezing the next. Without realizing it, her bedroom was sabotaging her sleep. Take a moment to check your surroundings. Is your pillow flat? Are your sheets too tight? Is the room too warm or too cold? Studies show that the ideal temperature for sleep is between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Adjust your space so it works with you, not against you. Step 4. Find meaning in the wake-up. Here's something fascinating. Those early morning hours have been called the witching hour, or hour of the wolf in folklore. But did you know some of history's greatest minds embraced these wake-ups? Leonardo da Vinci used this time for creative bursts. Nikola Tesla claimed his best ideas came when the world was quiet. Instead of seeing these wake-ups as a curse, you can use them as a moment for reflection. Noelle started keeping a small notebook by her bed. Instead of tossing and turning, she would write down her thoughts, worries, or ideas. And you know what happened? Instead of spiraling into frustration, her mind settled, and more often than not, she fell back asleep effortlessly. What happens if you ignore this advice? If you continue to fight these wake-ups, they'll only get worse. The frustration builds, the cortisol spikes, and over time, your entire sleep cycle suffers. Poor sleep leads to higher stress, lower immunity, and even faster aging. But when you learn to work with your body instead of against it, everything changes. You wake up feeling refreshed, not exhausted. Your mind feels clear instead of foggy. And most importantly, you stop feeling like sleep is an impossible battle. So tonight, when your eyes snap open at 3 a.m., don't panic. Sit up, breathe, check your environment, and embrace the quiet. You might be surprised at how peaceful those early morning hours can be. And if this advice makes sense to you, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. Your support helps keep this channel going, and I love hearing from you. Now, in the next part of this video, I'll reveal the one simple drink that can completely change how you sleep. You don't want to miss it. Noel had finally cracked the code on why she was waking up at 3 a.m. Instead of fighting it, she started breathing through it, adjusting her environment, and even jotting down thoughts in her notebook, but something still felt off. Most nights, she would wake up feeling dry-mouthed, restless, and weirdly warm. She'd shuffle to the kitchen, gulp down a cold glass of water, and then lay awake for another hour staring at the ceiling. Why? Because how you hydrate at night matters just as much as how much you drink. And if you're doing it wrong, it might be one of the biggest reasons you can't get back to sleep. Stick with me, because I'm about to show you the right way to hydrate for better sleep. And trust me, it's not just about drinking more water. The problem, dehydration is waking you up and keeping you awake. When you sleep, your body quietly loses water. With every breath you take, tiny amounts of moisture escape. You also sweat, even if you don't feel it. Over time, this minor fluid loss adds up. By 3 a.m., your body might be sending out SOS signals. A dry mouth, restless legs, or a sudden, unexplained warmth are classic signs of dehydration. This was exactly what was happening to Noel. Her body was thirsty, but the way she tried to fix it was actually making things worse. If you've ever chugged a big glass of ice-cold water in the middle of the night, only to find yourself more awake than before, you already know the problem. Your hydration strategy might be sabotaging your sleep. The solution, Hydrate Smart, not just more Noel, made a small change, and it worked like magic. She stopped drinking water the wrong way and started using this simple hydration formula before bed. Here's what she did. Step 1, skip the ice-cold water. It seems harmless, right? But drinking cold water at night actually triggers a wake-up response in your body. When something cold hits your stomach, your system tenses up, and suddenly, your body thinks it's time to be alert. Instead, drink room temperature or slightly warm water. It's easier on your system and won't wake you up even more. Step 2, add a tiny pinch of salt. Wait, salt? Isn't salt bad for you? Not in the right amounts. When you sleep, your body doesn't just lose water, it loses electrolytes too. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium are critical for keeping your muscles and nerves relaxed. If your legs feel restless at night, you might be low on these essential minerals. A tiny pinch of sea salt, just a few grains in your nighttime water, can help restore balance and prevent those annoying wake-ups. If salt isn't your thing, try a splash of lemon juice. It's a natural source of potassium and helps with digestion, which can slow down at night. Step 3, chamomile tea, nature's sleep tonic. On nights when Noel felt extra restless, she reached for a thermos of chamomile tea instead of plain water. Chamomile is more than just an old wives' tale. It contains a compound called apigenin, which binds to the brain's calming receptors. It's like a gentle whisper to your nervous system telling it, it's okay, you can rest now. If you tend to wake up with a racing mind, swapping water for a light chamomile tea might be the trick to soothing your system without overstimulating it. What happens if you ignore this? If you don't hydrate properly, your body will keep sending out distress signals, waking you up over and over again. Your muscles won't fully relax, your nervous system will stay on edge, and your sleep will feel shallow and broken. But when you hydrate the right way, everything shifts. Your body settles, your mind calms, and those 3 a.m. wake-ups become less disruptive and more manageable. Tonight before you go to bed, try this. Pour yourself a small glass of room temperature water. Add a tiny pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon juice. If you need something extra soothing, steep a light chamomile tea and keep it by your bedside. Then, when you wake up in the middle of the night, sip, not gulp. Let it ease into your system and feel the difference. And if this tip makes sense to you, drop a 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now, in the next part of this video, we're diving into something even deeper, how your emotions could be the reason you're waking up at 3 a.m. Stay with me, because this next part is going to be eye-opening. Noelle was finally making progress. She stopped fighting sleep, started using gentle breathing, and even changed the way she hydrated at night. It was working most of the time. But then there were those nights. She'd wake up at 4:12 a.m. staring at the ceiling. She wasn't too hot, she wasn't too thirsty, but something felt off. A weight in her chest, a strange sense of unease, like something was pulling her out of sleep, but she couldn't quite explain why. Have you ever felt that? Waking up in the middle of the night, not because of your body, but because of something deeper? Your emotions might be the reason. This isn't random. There's actually a fascinating mind-body connection that explains why your deepest thoughts and unspoken emotions could be disrupting your sleep. And once you understand it, you can finally let go of those restless wake-ups and find true peace at night. The problem, your mind won't let go. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't just shut down at night. In fact, while you sleep, your mind is processing everything you didn't deal with during the day. Unfinished conversations, lingering worries, old regrets you thought you buried. And guess when the brain loves to do its emotional housekeeping? Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. According to traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, this window of time is connected to the lungs, which are linked to feelings of grief, sadness, and emotional stress. Even modern science backs this up. Studies show that stress and unresolved emotions can lead to early morning wake-ups, keeping your brain stuck in an anxious loop. Noelle didn't realize it, but her 3 a.m. wake-ups weren't just about her body. They were about her heart. The solution: name it, release it, let it go. Once Noelle understood this, she stopped fighting her emotions and started using a simple nighttime practice that changed everything. Step 1. Check in with yourself. Instead of lying there, tangled in worry, sit up slightly and ask yourself, what's on my mind? Maybe it's a specific worry, a conversation that didn't go well, a lingering sadness, or something you're dreading tomorrow. Maybe it's something deeper, a quiet feeling you've been avoiding. Step 2. Write it down. Noelle started keeping a small notebook by her bed. Nothing fancy, just a place to unload whatever was circling in her head. 3 quick lines, no overthinking, just whatever came to mind. I feel overwhelmed about tomorrow. I miss how things used to be. I don't know why I feel this way, but I do. That's it. No fixing, no analyzing, just writing it down. Why does this work? Science calls this externalizing cognition. When you write down your thoughts, your brain stops cycling through them over and over again. Studies show that journaling before bed can lower stress and improve sleep quality. Step 3. Breathe through it. After writing, Noelle took 5 deep breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold. Exhale for 6. With each breath out, she imagined the tension in her chest melting away. And with each breath, she repeated to herself, I release this for now. That small phrase, I release this for now, became her nighttime mantra, a reminder that she didn't have to solve everything at 3 a.m. She just had to let it rest. What happens if you ignore this? If you don't process your emotions, they don't just disappear. They keep circling, pulling you awake night after night. You might find yourself feeling more anxious during the day, more exhausted in the morning, and more emotionally drained overall. But when you give your mind a chance to release what it's holding on to, you create space for deep, peaceful sleep. Tonight, if you wake up feeling uneasy, restless, or weighed down, try this. Ask yourself what's on your mind. Write down 3 quick thoughts. Take 5 slow breaths. Repeat, I release this for now. Let your mind breathe and your body will follow. And if this resonates with you, drop a 3 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now, in the next part of this video, I'm going to share one powerful movement trick that helps your body reset, unwind, and slip back into sleep faster than ever. You don't want to miss it. Noelle was starting to understand her wake-ups. She had learned to stop fighting them. She knew how to hydrate properly and had even started writing down her thoughts when her emotions felt heavy in the middle of the night. But some nights, her body just wouldn't settle. She'd toss from side to side, twisting the sheets into a tangled mess. Her legs felt restless. Her back ached. The frustration would build, and before she knew it, she was wide awake. Again. Sound familiar? If your body feels stiff, tense, or jittery when you wake up at 3 a.m., it's not just bad luck. It's your body begging for a reset. And the worst thing you can do? Lie there, completely still, hoping sleep will magically return. The good news? There's a simple, gentle movement routine that resets your body, calms your nervous system, and makes sleep come naturally again. It only takes 1 minute, and it works like magic. The problem: your body is stuck in a tension loop. When you wake up in the middle of the night, your body often holds on to built-up stress from the day. Maybe your neck feels stiff from the way you've been sleeping. Maybe your shoulders are hunched from stress you didn't even realize you were carrying. Maybe your legs feel restless because your circulation has slowed down after hours of lying still. Noel didn't realize it at first, but her own body was keeping her awake. And the longer she stayed motionless, the worse it got. It's like trying to sit still after your foot falls asleep. The discomfort just keeps growing. If you've ever felt this way, keep watching, because this simple reset routine is going to change everything. The solution: a 1-minute sleep reboot. One night, instead of lying in frustration, Noel tried something different. She sat up slightly, stretched gently, and within minutes, she felt her body melt back into sleep. Here's exactly what she did. Step 1. Release neck and shoulder tension. First, start with your neck. Drop your chin slowly toward your chest, then roll your head to the right, letting your ear drift toward your shoulder. Hold it for a second, then roll to the left. Do this 2 or 3 times. Why does this work? Because your neck and shoulders are the first places to hold on to stress. When you release that tension, your whole body starts to relax. Step 2. Unclench your shoulders. Noel didn't even realize it, but her shoulders were always slightly raised, like they were bracing for something. If you do this too, here's how to fix it. Lift your shoulders as high as you can, like you're trying to touch your ears. Hold for a second, then let them drop down completely as you exhale. Do this 3 times. Feel the difference? This simple move tells your nervous system, we're safe. It's time to relax. Step 3. Stretch out the restlessness. Now, let's reset your legs and lower back. If you're in bed, scoot to the edge and lean forward slightly, letting your hands rest on your knees. Take a deep breath, then gently fold forward, letting your arms dangle. Don't force it. Just let your back stretch naturally. This movement boosts circulation, eases stiffness in your spine, and tricks your body into releasing stored tension. Step 4. Shake out the jitters, restless legs, twitchy muscles. Try this. Lift one foot at a time and give it a little shake, like you're shaking water off after stepping in a puddle. Do this for about 10 seconds per leg. It sounds silly, but it works. This little movement tells your nervous system that it's okay to settle. Step 5. Warm your hands and feet. Here's something most people don't know. Cold hands and feet can stop you from sleeping. Your body needs to drop its core temperature slightly before sleep, but if your extremities are too cold, your brain gets the signal. Stay awake. So before lying back down, rub your hands together for a few seconds, warming them up. Cup your warm hands over your feet to transfer the heat. This simple trick helps regulate body temperature and promotes deeper sleep. What happens if you ignore this? If you keep lying still in frustration, your body stays in stress mode. Your muscles stay tight, your circulation stays slow, and your nervous system keeps running like a car stuck in high gear. Over time, this pattern can train your body to wake up more often, leaving you exhausted and frustrated night after night. But when you reset your body with gentle movement, everything changes. You stop feeling trapped in restlessness. You wake up less often, and when you do wake up, you have a simple way to relax and drift back to sleep. Try this tonight. The next time you wake up at 3 a.m. feeling tense, restless, or stiff, don't fight it. Instead, sit up, stretch, and reset. Roll your neck and shoulders. Fold forward to loosen your back. Shake out your legs. Warm up your hands and feet. Then lie back down, take a deep breath, and let sleep come naturally. And if this makes sense to you, drop a 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now, in the final part of this video, I'm going to share one last powerful trick: how to use sound to calm your brain and fall back asleep faster than ever. Stay with me, because this might be the missing piece you've been looking for. Noel had come a long way. She had stopped fighting her wake-ups and learned how to hydrate the right way so her body wasn't waking her up out of thirst. She had also started writing down her worries instead of letting them spin in her mind all night, and she knew how to reset her body when it felt restless. But there was still one problem. Some nights, her mind just wouldn't shut off. She would lie there, eyes wide open, thoughts racing. Did I forget to lock the door? What was that sound? Why did I say that thing in 2019? What if I don't fall back asleep? What if I'm exhausted tomorrow? The more she tried to force her brain to quiet down, the louder it got. Have you ever been there? Stuck in a mental loop at 3 a.m., replaying conversations, worrying about things that don't even matter, or overanalyzing something from days ago? If so, I have good news. There's a simple trick that can break the cycle instantly. It doesn't require effort. It doesn't involve overthinking. It just gently pulls your mind away from racing thoughts and into relaxation. The secret? Sound. The problem? Your brain won't let go. Your brain loves patterns. It looks for something to latch on to. A thought, a worry, a memory. And when there's nothing in the environment to focus on, it starts creating its own noise. That's why, when you wake up at 3 a.m., your brain doesn't stay quiet. It starts running wild. And the worst thing you can do? Try to force yourself to stop thinking, because the more you try to suppress your thoughts, the more your brain resists. It's like trying to hold down a beach ball underwater. It just pops back up stronger. That's why sound is so powerful. It gives your brain something else to focus on, something rhythmic, steady, and calming. And once your mind follows that rhythm, sleep becomes effortless. The solution: the right sounds for deep sleep. Noel started using sound to calm her brain at night, and the results were incredible. Here are the 3 types of sound that helped her and could help you too. Option 1. Pink noise, nature's sleep. Sound you've probably heard of: white noise, that static humming sound like an old TV channel. But have you heard of pink noise? Pink noise is like a softer, deeper version of white noise. It sounds like gentle rain falling outside your window. Soft ocean, waves rolling in and out. A distant breeze rustling through the trees. Unlike white noise, which can feel harsh, pink noise tones down the higher frequencies, making it more soothing. And guess what? Science backs this up. A 2017 study from Northwestern University found that pink noise not only helps you fall asleep faster, but also improves memory the next day. Noelle started using a pink noise app on her phone, setting it to a low volume so it wasn't distracting, just enough to gently guide her mind away from overthinking. Option 2. Guided sleep meditation, a voice to lead you back to rest. If your mind is really stubborn, a guided sleep meditation can be even more effective. Think of it as a bedtime story for adults. A calm, gentle voice walks you through slow breathing, body relaxation, or even visualization, like imagining a peaceful beach or a quiet forest. This works because it gives your brain a job that isn't stressful. Instead of replaying your worries, your mind follows the soothing voice, and before you know it, you're asleep. There are tons of free sleep meditations on YouTube and podcast apps. Just make sure to pick one without loud intros or ads that could wake you up. Option 3. Monotone audiobooks, the ultimate brain distractor. Noel discovered that on nights when her thoughts were extra loud, listening to a boring but pleasant audiobook worked wonders. The trick? Pick something with no drama. A history book about something random, the life cycle of moss. Yes, that's real. A gentle nature essay about trees or oceans, a slowly narrated classic novel. Think Pride and Prejudice, but read in the most soothing voice possible. The key is a steady, low-energy voice that holds your attention just enough to stop you from spiraling, but not enough to keep you awake. What happens if you ignore this? If you keep lying there, trapped in overthinking, your brain stays in stress mode. Instead of winding down, it revs up, making it harder to sleep. Over time, this pattern trains your brain to stay awake at night, leading to chronic sleep struggles. But when you give your brain a calm, gentle focus, whether it's pink noise, a guided meditation, or a slow audiobook, it naturally follows the rhythm into rest. Try this tonight. If you wake up at 3 a.m. with a racing mind, don't just lie there. Try this. Put on soft pink noise. rain, waves, or a light breeze. Listen to a short sleep meditation, just 5 to 10 minutes to guide you back into rest. Play a slow, monotone audiobook. Nothing too exciting, just enough to let your mind drift. Set the volume low, just enough to hear without waking yourself up fully. Let the sound pull you away from your thoughts and watch how quickly sleep returns. And if this tip makes sense to you, drop a 5 in the comments to let me know you're here. Final thoughts. You're not alone in this. Noel's story isn't just her own, it's all of ours. Waking up at 3 a.m. doesn't have to be a battle. When you understand what your body and mind need, you can turn these wake-ups into moments of peace, not frustration. So let's recap. Don't fight your wake-ups. Accept them and breathe. Hydrate the right way. Warm water, a pinch of salt, or chamomile tea. Acknowledge your emotions, write down your thoughts, and let them go. Reset your body. Gentle movement, stretching, and warming up your hands and feet. Calm your mind with sound, pink noise, meditations, or an audiobook to guide you back to sleep. When you do this, everything changes. Sleep stops feeling like a battle. Your body and mind work with you, not against you. And those 3 a.m. wake-ups, they lose their power over you. If you learned even one helpful thing from this video, let me know in the comments. What tip are you excited to try tonight? And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell. That way, you'll never miss another video that helps you sleep better, feel better, and live better. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next one.